the way you are. And the way you
So
represent
like,
yourself.
I know when I first met you, you were kind of chubby,
Yeah,
right?
kinda
And
like
so
that
like,
right now.
was the training really hard for you? Like, did you do any other sports
No, I
during
didn't know.
school?
Like I used to love soccer back when I was like 8, and then I just did no sports at all. I was like 260 at 14, and like I was just really not motivated to do anything. And then once I started working in wrestling, it was the first time I ever experienced that, like, being coached and like, people pushing you and, giving you a chance to become something. That's when like I really like, started training, and I lost like 60 pounds in the first year that I was training, and I really liked that.
Yeah.
So I just kept
Was it
going.
hard on you though, because you weren't an athlete
Oh
to
yeah,
begin with,
oh yeah, it
and
was
you
horrible.
didn't have
I
like a
hated
super
it.
fit body, so.
Yeah, I used to like, there was 3 training sessions a week, and I would always only go for 2, and like I would bail on the middle one or whatever, I would try and, sell an injury or something like that, so I didn't have to.
Yeah, it's a
Train-
lot to go. People like,
Then after like the first 3 years, after the first 3 months, I was like, okay, like this is what I really love now, and like I'm gonna make it to every session that I can, and it's helped me personally as well as, getting into ring shape.
but it is like, it really is a shock. Like, even if someone is a great athlete, like even if they did like MMA or they were like a star football player,
Oh, yeah.
there's nothing like it.
Well,
Like,
the other star that was there that trained with us, he was pretty much a natural, so it was kind of tough, It wasn't tough, like I was happy for him because he was a great guy.
Yeah.
But, it was just kind of frustrating to see someone, so natural, and then, you so awkward and try to learn to work.
But like the shock of the body, like you cannot get, I mean, you get used to it, but your body will never be able to get thrown and slammed. It's not natural for your body
No.
to go through that.
I
kind of
remember
stuff.
headaches, like constantly having headaches, like terrible headaches, like where I'd be afraid to go to sleep because like I thought I had a concussion, but it wasn't a concussion or nothing,
And like, did you tell your parents you're gonna be a wrestler? Like, were they supportive, or did you just kind of keep it?
Yeah, no, they saw that I was obsessed with it, so they're like, yeah, just, do it, why not?
And so you were like 16, 17 this age?
16
Oh,
was the
wow.
first time I went to a training session, and then yeah, 17 when I made my first match.
And like, even though you started getting a lot of opportunities, it worked out great that the school you went to, they also ran a lot of shows. And I remember, so like around 2007, 2008, you started getting some spots on the shows and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And it must have been tough for you at first, kind of just getting thrown in the fire. Like, do you feel like you were like completely ready to go out there, or like you're not, but that's the
No.
best way to learn?
It's the best way to learn, but I wasn't ready for it. Like, even talking to my trainer, he told me like this isn't your like first match. Like you'll feel it when it's your first match. You'll feel like when you had your first good match.
Yeah, no, I agree with that completely.
Yeah.
So, did you end up like doing like a school thing and going to college too, or were you just kind of going for wrestling 100%?
Yeah, I went to school, and I went to. It wasn't until later on that I went to college, but yeah, I was wrestling and working full time and going to college and the whole like thing.
Yeah, man.
I took up a lot of
It's a lot on the-
responsibilities.
A lot on the plate too, right?
Yeah, and I enjoyed it actually. I was really active and I really enjoyed doing it.
So here's a question: have you guys ever, kind of not wrestling related, have you guys ever gone back to Serbia to visit family and
Yeah,
stuff like
I
that?
went a few times actually.
Because I know you
since then.
left because it was a hostile environment.
Yeah.
But is it a bit better now?
Yeah, it's better now. Yeah, and I went there a few times actually. Oh, a couple times.
Yeah.
And I went there by myself. Every time I went back, I went by myself. My
Oh,
parents
really?
didn't go back,
Like
yeah.
just stay with your grandparents or
Yeah, my
uncles or something?
grandparents and my uncle and stuff like that.
Oh wow, because I just find that so interesting, like coming from Serbia and like, was it hard to fit in at school? Like, how long did it take you to like learn English and like fit in with the people? Like, did you get like there is a lot of different
Yeah.
races in Kitchener, so it works out good.
Yeah,
Like,
it worked out fine. Like I did get teased because I couldn't speak English. Like I was in the ESL class, so whenever you would have ESL or English class, I would go to the ESL class. So yeah, I couldn't speak, so obviously it was awkward and weird,
And like, so when I first met you around like that time, 2006, 2007 and stuff, like, I didn't have a good body. I still don't have a good body. I never like fully went in 100% to training in the gym. Like, I always was about my cardio, but I never like, whenever I worked out, I find I lost weight because my metabolism, so I never really fully went in, which, I mean, people have regrets, I try not to, but I mean, I should have took better care of my body. But you like inspired me, and like, even like I have a chubby cameraman and like other people that go through weight loss, you totally went all in and like transformed your body over like 3 years and became like the chubby kid that turned into like the muscle man. Like,
That was only for 2 years though, like 2012, 2013. And then, other things happened in life and I kind of slowed down. And now
I
I'm trying to get back
disagree.
into it.
Dude, you had a great body for like a long time.
Yeah, I did. I was really proud of that actually. It was motivated by wrestling, nothing else.
Can you take me through like the routine though? Like, so you would do wrestling training, and then on the weekends you would do wrestling shows, and you also worked another job. So how much time were you putting in the gym? And what was like
at
your
least
routine
2 hours
like?
a day. Like I remember, like I was just obsessed with it because I was always getting pushed, and I always felt like I deserved every push that I got. So I felt like I had to, prove that I deserved that push by giving something back. And the guys were always like, you got to be in good shape to be a wrestler. You can't just be, a fat guy being a wrestler. So I was always like, that's going to be my way to like show these people that I appreciate everything that I got. So that's basically why I did it. But there was bonuses to that too. I was, young and, it was good to be in shape and young.
Did you ever like get like a personal trainer, or did you just like
I
read
did
all the
twice,
magazines?
Twice, yeah. I had a really expensive one this one time, and he kind of taught me everything. And then there was one of my friends, she's a trainer too, and then she put me up on some stuff. But yeah.
Like, what about your diet too? Like, were you eating like?
I was trying. I
certain
was
way?
eating the best that I could. Like I never really gave it 100% in the diet.
But you did change from like your high school fish sticks days, like kind of thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like you were being more conscious of it anyway, right?
Oh yeah, I was being like I wouldn't drink soda. I wouldn't have any candy and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I would try and eat like fish and chicken most of the time.
Man.
But I couldn't cook though, so it was like whatever my significant other would make it for me or whatever like that.
Yes. Or you just go to Subway and say, "Can I just have the chicken breast like Ryback?"
I go to Pita Pit and just get like
pita.
double stuffed or double chicken breast and like lettuce and just eat that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So like you got really good shape, and you were getting people like it really is. I find too like appearance does matter in wrestling.
Yeah,
so like you
100%
look the part, and like to me, I know I'm not the hugest guy. Like I have a little bit of height, but I always felt like the 1, 2, 3 kid especially when I started, because there was
And there's
not
a
a lot
place
of
for
small
that. There was
guys.
a place for that. Like
Yeah.
after like every show, there's a place for that.
Whereas nowadays I feel like half the show is smaller guys. But I
Which
mean,
is cool too, because like
Yeah.
some of these guys like are so athletic that it's like amazing,
true. And
They-
they're
they-
athletes.
They don't look like the people in the crowd. I mean, they like appearance-wise, they might look like the people in the crowd, but like the stuff they do in the ring, like just blows everyone.
Yeah, Joe
Yeah.
Blow can go out there and do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I was trying to say is like I always admired the guys that you look like, oh, he looks like a wrestler.
Oh, yeah, me too,
And
I'm
for
the
a
same
while
way.
there, you really did. You look like the guy you'd want to put on the poster, right?
Yeah.
So you've been on a lot of posters.
Yeah.
So then, then you actually started backing up to work and started having some really good matches. Like I remember, like
Thanks to Easy.
yeah, you had a feud with Eazy-E that people still talk about for like a year and stuff like that. And like I just felt like it pushed you over the hump, and like people finally gave you the credit. Maybe you should have got all along.
Yeah.
But and then you started finally getting work with a lot of different promotions, and then like you even do like you'll do anything. Like I know you've done like a Russian gimmick on shows too, right? Like,
Yeah. It was just because they wanted me to. I also like always believed in this thing where it's like you should be exclusive to one promotion.
yeah.
Yeah, like I see
Yeah.
I see the opposite view of it, and I see why people don't do it. And they go, but it's also like if you're new, you don't want to go to like a whole bunch of different promotions and then crap the bed everywhere and then like get a bad name.
Yeah.
So you stick to one, that's where they'll see you. Like, what's the point of driving 6 hours to see me, or like if you're gonna be in every single show around the province. But also like it was never my motive. I never wanted to like work everywhere.
No, but like, do you still have goals? Like if
I do.
Japan came knocking today, like with
Yeah, of
like
course.
that kind of stuff, like
Yeah, I'd be
do you
like,
still
yes,
dream
sign
like
me up.
in the back of your head, like when you first started? I know I do, even though I know it's probably not gonna happen, but I still think, hey, imagine if that, like I just daydream sometimes, like.
For a long time I didn't, but now like just recently, like the last couple of months or so, I've been really like in a wrestling high. And that's why I'm trying to get back into shape. Like I've been running, like I'm keeping it down low because I don't want to like, talk about something that I still haven't achieved yet. But I've been doing a lot of cardio. So like I want my matches. I think my last weekend's matches kind of improved. The quality of them improved because I was able to go and, I wasn't sweating and I wasn't dying in the ring like I usually
Yeah.
do. So.
And you've always been dedicated, like I know like you're the guy in the business that will do anything to help. You'll set up rings, you'll drive people places, you'll help put up posters, like print out posters. Like you really genuinely love it, don't you? Like,
Yeah, no, I do.
mean, you can tell that.
Yeah, and I always, just the way I was brought up in the business too, like the way we were trained was we'd go and flyers sometimes too, like as a training session, put posters up and stuff like that. And I realized how important that is, you know, like why should the whole show fall back onto one person when we're all having fun?
Yeah, we're all reaping the benefits, but we're just
Yeah.
hoping, yeah.
So hoping that one guy's gonna go and poster and, you know, the rest of us can just